What's going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about Game Pass, of course, and my thoughts on it. If any of you saw my post, you know that I said that I was seriously thinking about at least making some changes, that I was going to have to go back and just like take a look at the math. And I ended up making a move, really a move that I should have made a long time ago. And I have to be honest with you, the only reason why I didn't do it was because I was procrastinating. And also the one that I was in, which is Ultimate, it was kind of useful to me, but not really, because most of the games that I play, I would say 90% is on the PC. It's either on the PC desktop or it's on a PC handheld while I'm on the go, or sometimes when I'm lazy up in my bedroom or something. But for the most part, I really don't play on Xbox. And when I do play on Xbox, I mostly play games that I own. I usually go to the Xbox to play games that I've already purchased. I'm normally not playing a game from Game Pass. So, and I already have Ubisoft Plus, and I enjoy the EA element of Game Pass. That's really about it. So in other words, long story short, what I ended up doing, I chose the $16 a month option, which is PC Game Pass. Now, I should have done that a long time ago because, like I said, to be honest with you, I wasn't playing Game Pass a whole lot on the Xbox. It was every now and then, like this whole entire year so far, you probably can count on one hand how many times I've played a game from Game Pass on the Xbox, and it wouldn't even take all 5 fingers. So I went down to the $16 option. And the one thing I was noticing as I was looking at the different subscriptions, I was noticing that there was not a comparable version of PC Game Pass for the Xbox, which I thought was really low down. I thought, wow. So really, in terms of quality, the only thing that was of quality there for the Xbox owner, for most, not all, for most, it depends on individual circumstances, but in my opinion, was Ultimate. That's the only one. And to me, man, that's just way too expensive to me. That kind of jump, the fact that they went up on the cost didn't really shock me. Well, first of all, let me say this. Nothing any of these corporations do surprise me. As I've mentioned before in a couple of my videos, many of you, I don't get into politics on this channel, but let me just say this in case somebody is like, because I know some people are like, be outraged, unsubscribe, tell other people to unsubscribe. Look, I don't tell other people what to do with their money. That's something that I do not do. In terms of outrage, I got to tell you, put it this way. Microsoft is doing things that have nothing to do with gaming that's extremely evil. Let's just say that they are using their AI for more than just creating video games. Many of you are just a little ticked off with the whole AI thing as it results to video games, but trust me, Microsoft is not a company that I'm in love with. In fact, I'm not in love with any of these corporations at all whatsoever. And the thing that I know about a lot of them would make the hair stand up on the back of a lot of your necks. And the reason why I don't like them has nothing to do with things like Game Pass, video games in general, or any type of entertainment. A lot of these companies are into some dark shit. Microsoft is one of them. In fact, within the last few days, this might have been about a week or so, they've had some whistleblowers to come out on them regarding some of the things that they're doing with their AI. So no, in case somebody get down in the comment section, because I've seen them in other people's comment sections, oh, you're a bootlicker. There's only one way to look at this. You've got to unsubscribe. You've got to tell other people to unsubscribe. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. And I don't get outraged about anything that these companies do when it comes to something like this, because I happen to know that they're capable of doing truly evil things. Not just things like this. This is nothing in comparison to some of the things that these companies are doing. that a lot of you guys don't know about. But anyway, that's delving a little bit too much into politics. So let's get back on the subject. Now, I'm going for that. But back what I was talking about the lack of a comparable plan for the Xbox owner, it really looks like what they're trying to do is they're trying to make PC look more attractive than the Xbox. Now, I know eventually they're coming out with a piece of hardware that's going to be the hybrid PC version, PC console, right? I understand that. But to me, it's a little bit too early to start trying to do things like that. You still have people who are on the console. You still need to be catering to people who are on the console. I believe that subscription, the PC Game Pass, they should have a duplicate, a twin version of that for people who are just on the console. And the fact that they don't have it, to me, speaks loudly. And if you're going to be outraged about anything, that's what you need to be outraged about. Like, look, numbers-wise, I understand why they're trying to cater more to Xbox gamers. To PC gamers. I get that. I'm not naive. But at the same time, you've got, like you guys just saw my last video when I was showing you guys how so many Xbox gamers are really contributing to the mods on Starfield. You know, it's not like the Xbox gamers don't hold any value. They hold great value. These are the people that you're going to be looking forward to purchase your next piece of hardware. Now, this move to jump up so high in price, I don't know, man. I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist here, I guess, but I'm kind of thinking to myself, this is so stupid. This is so catastrophically stupid that I'm thinking, okay, there's got to be some equal news, good news that's about to come out. I'm thinking to myself, now, the only way this makes sense to me is if they got two pieces of news. One bad, like this one, very bad, and one that's very good. So let's drop the very bad news first. Let that, simmer for about a week or so. And then let's drop the really good news last. So I'm kind of thinking, is that what's going on here? I'm kind of hoping so, because, man, this is just really a stupid thing to do. I can't believe it. You know, I'm not personally outraged by it, though that whole thing I just told you about how I think that they're screwing over Xbox console players, that kind of has me disappointed, I guess I might say. I'm not outraged about any of this. None of this really surprises me, but I just thought that to jump that high in price, to me, that kind of goes against their own best interest to me. And I thought that every company would look out for their own best interests. To me, this does not make any sense. Sarah Bond was just, about a week ago, talking about how they made $5 billion and they put $1 billion into sustaining it. So you're spending $1 billion and you made $4 billion in profit, and then you come out and you do this? I mean, to me, I don't know, man. This goes well beyond stepping on a rake to me. But like I said, I'm not going to tell you guys to go out here and be outraged. You do you. Look, if you've got a family, it's still worth it. If you got a couple of kids, especially like some families, even the wife, games. So if you like that, this is still very much worth it. I mean, the Ultimate is worth it. To me, though, I think that with Ultimate, they should have included, with the games, they should have included the top tier versions of the game. In other words, the DLC and everything should come with it, like Ubisoft, like Ubisoft Plus. I think that's what they should have done. You're going to go all the way up to $30. I think that everything should come with it. Everything that comes with the game, the most top quality version of the game, that is the one that should be in Game Pass Ultimate, in my opinion. And I don't know, man. I don't know. But I just wanted to tell you guys what I decided to do. Basically something that I should have done a long time ago. I went to the PC because that is what suits me. And I won't, other than a reduction in what I'm paying every month by a few dollars, I won't miss a beat. Really, I will not miss a beat. Every now and then I would get on the console and play some Starfield or something like that, because my Xbox version of Starfield is through Game Pass. Uh, the version that I purchased, and it's only because Steam, for some reason, when Bethesda gets ready to put out a beta on something, they get ready to test something out in Starfield, they always let the Steam community test it first. So I said, well, look, let me go ahead and, get that version of it. And it's also, I like it as well. I'm not going to get into the detail, but I just kind of like it. I like having a version of it like that. But I'm thinking about just go ahead and just purchasing it on the Xbox store as well. So, but I'm just waiting on like a perfect sale or something like that. Maybe I can catch it this holiday and go ahead and get a good price on it. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and say that. I know I posted something saying that I was going to let you guys know what I decided, and that's what I've decided. And like I said, I'm not really an outrage person. If you price something that's out of my price range, I just simply either don't buy it or, look, I do something to make it where it's more comfortable for myself. I'm not really a FOMO person. I really don't understand how other people experience FOMO. That's just like totally alien to me. I don't get it. I know it's a thing. Don't get ticked off. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I don't get it. It's like with video games and buying on day one. Like I said, I buy games on day one when I cover those games for the channel. And like Starfield, I pre-ordered it because I was covering it on the channel like a couple of years before it actually dropped. So yeah, I got it because I was covering it. There's one other game that I'm also researching right now that I'm going to start covering on the channel. It's another space game that's going to be coming out, I think, within the next year or two. And I'm going to start getting into that and discussing the lore and all of that. And when that comes out, I will purchase that as well. I will pre-order that as well because I've covered it on the channel. And it just looks kind of weird for me not to cover it. And if I could get the game a little sooner to show you guys what it looks like before it comes out, great. But anyway, guys, we're just going to go ahead and leave it right there, man. And I just wanted to reach out to you guys and tell you guys what I finally decided to do and just give a few more opinions on the subject. I'm not going to talk about it too long. But anyway, guys, until next time, stay safe.